Hi, everybody. It's Kelly and Heather with Real Conversations with Kelly. And I've been asking myself a question lately. What do I actually know is a fact? Not what I believe, not what somebody's told me, not what I've experienced once or twice. What do I know? And it's interesting because I started realizing that so much of my life has been built around all of these things that I call a
Whether they really are or not, like what we just said.
fact.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, what if one wrong fact has been quietly designing who I am my entire life?
Mm,
Woo!
that's a thought.
If I inherited beliefs that we have never questioned that have become our truth.
Yeah, inherited. That's a really interesting concept. So not just ones that I've just told myself, but
Mm-hmm.
also I could be carrying around beliefs that were inherited that I've never questioned.
Right.
Wow. Yep, that's a concept.
And I think about that because it's like somebody says, I'll never buy, I will never buy a blue car ever in my life. Because this has happened to me. I will never
Really?
buy a blue car in my life. And it came from my grandmother. And both of my parents have never bought a blue car.
That is crazy.
And my mom bought a light blue car. It was a Sunbird, and she had it for maybe a year and said, I'm never buying another blue car again.
Isn't that insane? It's like, what the heck is wrong with blue? It's just a color. As blue as the shirt that you're wearing right now. It's-
I want to define a fact.
Okay,
Okay.
what's a fact? What is a true
What is a fact?
fact?
Fact is something that remains true whether you believe it or not.
Mm.
So it goes into beliefs and believing. So it's like, okay, the sun rose this morning. I am 62, about to be 63. I don't have children and I live in Texas.
Right. All facts cannot
Those,
be disputed. Whether you want to believe it or not, you can't dispute it because those are complete
that's
facts.
right.
The
And
sun's
so,
going to come up, the sun's going to go down.
exactly. So let's compare it to things that we call facts.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm too old to start a podcast. People are never going to change no matter what I say. I am not crafty. I might be creative, but I'm not crafty.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm really bad with money.
I'm not confident. Here's one for me. I don't look good in t-shirts. I say that about
Okay.
myself all the time. Total fact. I hold it to be true.
And they're not facts, they're
Right.
conclusions. These are all
Ah,
conclusions that we've come to.
I think that's a great distinction to make. A fact
Yes,
is a fact, but everything else are just conclusions
right.
based on the things that we say we can do or we can't do.
Exactly. Okay. We accidentally turn those experiences into self proclaimed facts.
Mm.
A husband leaves. Fact, my husband left. Conclusion, I'm not lovable.
Mm.
Wow. And we turn those we turn those into things that are beliefs that shape our identity.
That is one, if you think about it, when you said one wrong belief or one wrong fact could determine our life and the way it rounds around, think about that. A husband leaving or a parent leaving or whoever leaving, and you conclude that you're not lovable. Oh my gosh, that follows you throughout your entire life with everything, your job, friends.
And then I think of it from the perspective of a business fails. And the fact is, my business failed.
Didn't
My
work.
conclusion, I'm not meant to be successful.
Ugh, another game changer in life.
And that belief plays over and over and over again and creates your identity, how you move forward and
Mhm,
how you live your life.
mhm.
Wow. Okay, so a lot of you are gonna really, really relate to this. The fact, or actually, your children moved away. And the fact is, your kids grew up.
Mhm.
Your conclusion, my purpose is over. And that just wrote your story. And that's why we do this.
Right.
So that you can actually see that you're coming up with your own meanings of whatever happened.
Mhm.
So you become certain about something that you have decided is a conclusion to something that was a fact. Just the kids grew up. They freaking grew up. So now what are you going to do?
Mhm.
It's not the end of the world. You're going to start creating your dreams. And that's where our dream circles come in. So we'll talk about that later.
I was just going to ask you, do you see truth and fact the same? Do they have the same meaning?
Mm, that's a good question.
Because I see certain things can
So
be true for,
things.
yeah, certain things can be true for a moment, for a
Mm-hmm.
circumstance, maybe for a time. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have to become your truth, and then you turn it into a fact.
Right.
I almost believe that the truth comes first and into a fact, but I think they are different, can be different.
Right. So, what are some of the facts that we've been carrying around that we've never questioned?
Let's see. Some facts that we've been carrying around that we may have never questioned. Ooh, I have one.
Okay.
You feel that we have to be exhausted all the time in order to be successful. Got to
Mm,
work myself to the bone. I must work 12-hour days. I have to be on my computer all night long, all day, all night, just to get it done because if you're not making such a certain amount, then you don't deserve to be watching that Netflix. I heard somebody say that one time and I went, no. No, rest is a good thing, people.
and also, I missed my opportunity.
Mhm.
Like, oh, or I just missed it by this much.
Or
God.
along with that, your best years are behind you.
Mm-hmm.
We're middle-aged. Ugh, what does that even mean? Our best years are behind.
Mm-hmm.
It's too late.
Yep. I have to earn love.
Mm,
Here, what can I buy you to earn you or earn your love?
yeah.
If I disappointed somebody, they'd leave. Just the feel of those. And it's like, who told me that? Like,
Right.
who was the master that said that all of that was true, was a fact?
Mm-hmm.
Who was that? And I mean, we talked about the inherited beliefs and how they can be passed down. You know, was there a family member who repeated it over the fact over and over and over again, and then you believed it? And again, it goes back to really delving into what have you received from your ancestors.
Yeah, it can be. If
It
if you if you can't sit there and think about, no, I can't think it was my aunt, my uncle, my dad, my mom. Gosh, I don't know. I've just always thought that I have to work myself to the bone. I don't know. I've always thought that I have to do things for other people or they'll leave me.
Mhm.
Sometimes
Okay.
it can go to a grandmother you might not have ever met or a great grandmother you might ever met. And that might sound a little crazy for some people out there, but it's so true. Our cells have imprints. And
Yes.
that's what you were talking about, passing down from
Yes.
generation to generation.
And once you realize that you truly don't own it
Yes.
and you
Key.
release it, it shifts. It
Hmm.
allows you to expand in areas you would never have thought you could expand.
Right. I think that's so key when you release it, because here's what starts to happen. We say something and then we seek for evidence that it is true.
And it's proving the evidence, giving the evidence as proof to prove that you are right.
Mm,
One divorce isn't proof. One rejection isn't proof. Gosh. Um, Losing friendships, one failed friendship, that isn't proof. It's simply an event.
yeah, think about that. It's just an event.
And it's so interesting because we build our identities from isolated moments, from one small moment. It's just an event. Simple. And man, we take a molehill and just make it into a mountain.
That's right.
Just amazing. And I've done I've done it majority of my life. Majority of my life. If I believe I'm not disciplined, my brain begins collecting evidence on that.
Right.
Or you have a job and you want the promotion and you say, I'm always overlooked.
Mm,
And then guess what?
you get overlooked.
Yep. You only look at the times that you were overlooked. You don't look at the times that people do pay attention to you.
Right. Because we're still seeking evidence that I'm always overlooked.
And then your identity becomes the filter, not because it's true, but because it's a filter.
Yeah. See, there's that word familiar again.
It's that comfort zone.
Right.
So let's jump out of the comfort zone and decide what your dreams are asking. What are your dreams asking? Your dream asks, are you willing to believe differently now? Imagine that. You're going to literally, are you willing to believe something different now?
Releasing that. Releasing it. That's the key.
And it doesn't care how old you are, how many mistakes you could care less. How many times you've started over.
Yep, doesn't matter.
Simply once. It's just waiting until your beliefs to catch up with you with the possibility. And when your identity changes, your future changes. And that's what it's all about, is literally starting something and moving forward.
All right, so here's one thing that you can do. When you have a truth to yourself or a fact to yourself, you can simply reverse and ask yourself a simple question. For instance, somebody will say, I am not good at speaking in front of people. I have a hard time speaking in front of people. So stop and ask yourself, are you not good at it, or have you simply just never practiced it? That's a stopper. Or I can't lose weight. Is it that you can't lose weight, or you just haven't found what has worked yet? That's the key. Is the word yet is huge. That will dispel any of the evidence. Yes, it is evidence. The evidence, well, Heather, look, I'm a size 8 now, and I used to be a size 4. Okay, that's great evidence, but it's not a fact and a truth into yourself that you can't lose weight. You just haven't found the right way that's going to work for you at the moment. So the word is yet. That is a powerful word to use, because it turns and transforms a permanent identity into a temporary circumstance.
Yeah. Woo.
That's huge. People realize most of the things that happen in life, they're just circumstances. They're temporary things that happen. They're not going to last forever.
Right.
Not going to last forever.
So let me ask you a question. If someone followed you around for a week, what would they conclude are the facts you believe about yourself?
It would be interesting to ask a loved one or your bestie, like, seriously, if you were to follow me around all week long, what would you say that I believe about myself as a fact?
And what of those are actually true?
Right. And which of those are actually true? My guess is going to be that not a whole heck of a lot of them.
Oh, because we take what's familiar and make it fact.
Yeah.
And come to the conclusion that it is what it is. Ooh, I always said that. It is what it is.
Oh,
No. And I have not said that in a long time.
that's great. Yeah.
Really have not. And when I just said that, oh, it is not what it is. You can shift and change, because take the familiar and move it into the fact of moving forward into something that you really want to do. Start it, move it, change what you believe. Wow.
Or it still is the same, It is what it is as a circumstance,
Okay.
right? Because there are certain things. Yes, I have a flat tire. That is a circumstance. It
Yeah.
is as it is. Okay, great. Yet I can go get my tire fixed. The word again, yet, is your best friend.
And so before you can create a new future, you have to separate what is true from what is familiar.
Right. Change your familiarity.
Absolutely. And that's what we do with our Dream Circle Masterminds events.
That's right.
They are all about taking out what is familiar and inputting what is true. And this builds the new you for where you want to be.
Yeah.
And we've got one on Saturday,
Yeah. It's going to be great.
August 8th, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Go to our website, click on events, and sign up. Would love to see you there because we are ready to start our new future and really look at what are facts, what's true, and get rid of the familiar that we don't need in our life.
All right. It's not serving us anymore.
Exactly. So thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate you. And we will see you soon.